Now, from your home team, this is 25 News.
The jury heard more evidence today for the fifth day of trial for Tommie-Yale M. Anderson. Good evening and thank you for joining us on 25 News at 9. I'm Taylor Fleming. Anderson is charged with first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, and aggravated discharge of a firearm in connection with an April 8, 2022 shooting, which led to the death of Peoria High Schooler Kanye Stowers. Anderson has pleaded not guilty. Bloomington police detectives testified about the investigation, including a possible escape route from the East Mill Street home and recorded phone calls. Jurors also heard about a rap track that included Anderson's voice and references to the shooting. A third witness testified about thousands of pages of text messages and calls reviewed during the investigation, including messages between Anderson and one of the witnesses that included references such as a Cash App payment and to not say anything to anyone. The trial continues in McLean County Court with closing arguments expected until next week.